The restaurant's golden lights shimmered across polished glasses, but for Charlotte Hayes, the evening felt heavy with dread. She was 32, a brilliant CEO of a multi-million-dollar tech firm. But since the car accident that left her paralyzed from the waist down, her life had become a prison of polite pity and isolation. Her friends, well-meaning but clueless, insisted she try dating again. Tonight, they had set her up on a blind date. Charlotte agreed only because she was tired of saying no. As she adjusted her wheelchair by the table, she saw a sharply dressed man enter, handsome, confident. Relief washed over her. Maybe this wouldn't be so bad. But when his eyes landed on her chair, his smile faltered. "Oh," he said flatly. "I didn't realize." He mumbled something about forgetting an appointment and left before the menus even arrived. The sting was unbearable. Charlotte blinked away tears, humiliated. The whispers around the restaurant felt like daggers. She wanted to disappear. Just then, another man walked in, completely out of place in the high-end restaurant. His clothes smelled faintly of oil, his hands were rough with grease, and his boots carried the dust of a workshop. He looked like a mechanic who had taken a wrong turn. He glanced around, confused, then approached Charlotte's table. Hi, are you Charlotte? I'm Daniel." Charlotte blinked. Her friends had clearly made a mistake. "You're my date." Daniel chuckled nervously. "I know, not exactly CEO material, huh? But I'm harmless. May I sit?" Something about his honesty disarmed her. Against her better judgment, she nodded. Awkward beginnings. At first, the dinner was clumsy. Daniel knocked over the breadbasket, got tongue-tied while ordering, and admitted he had never been in a place this fancy. But instead of feeling embarrassed, Charlotte found herself smiling. "Sorry," he said, rubbing the back of his neck. "I'm more comfortable fixing carburetors than holding wine glasses." For the first time in years, Charlotte laughed, an unguarded, genuine laugh. The shift. Daniel didn't tiptoe around her wheelchair. He didn't pity her. When she dropped her napkin, he didn't rush to help, he just handed it back casually, as though nothing was different. "Accidents change lives," he said quietly at one point, "but they don't end them. My brother's a veteran, lost a leg overseas. He thought life was over too. Until he realized maybe he wasn't broken, just built different." Charlotte froze. No one had ever spoken to her like that. People either avoided the subject or drowned her in sympathy. Daniel's words felt like sunlight through a storm cloud. The unexpected rescue. Halfway through the evening, Charlotte's chair malfunctioned, the battery failing. Panic rose in her chest. She hated feeling helpless in public. Before she could apologize and call for help, Daniel knelt beside the chair, inspecting it with practiced hands. "Loose connector," he muttered. With nothing more than a pocket tool, he fixed the chair in minutes. "Good as new." Charlotte stared at him, stunned. You saved me from the most humiliating night of my life." He grinned. "Nah, just doing what I do best, fixing things. Guess I showed up for a reason." Transformation. What began as a disaster turned into the most meaningful night Charlotte had lived in years. She discovered Daniel wasn't just a mechanic. He was the owner of a small but thriving garage, known for repairing cars people had given up on, especially old vehicles with sentimental value. "I don't care if the world thinks it's scrap," he told her. "If something, or someone, still has a spark, it deserves another chance." Charlotte's throat tightened. Wasn't that what she had been longing to hear? That she wasn't broken, just waiting for someone to see her spark. The new beginning. As the evening ended, Daniel walked her to her car. He looked nervous, then said, "I know I'm not what you expected. But if you ever want a friend, or a reason to laugh again, I'd be honored to see you." Charlotte surprised herself. She reached out, took his rough, grease-stained hand, and whispered, "Daniel, tonight, I smiled for the first time in years. That's more than any millionaire ever gave me." Closure. Weeks turned into months. Charlotte and Daniel's bond grew. She discovered his garage was not just a business, but a sanctuary. He repaired cars for single moms who couldn't afford dealership prices, veterans struggling with prosthetics, even neighbors down on their luck. His kindness rippled outward, touching lives quietly but profoundly. Charlotte, once trapped in loneliness, began to see life differently. She wasn't a broken CEO in a wheelchair, she was a woman capable of joy, laughter, and love again. And it all started with a blind date disaster that turned into the miracle she never expected. Sparkle's inspiring closure. Sometimes, life's greatest gifts arrive disguised as disasters. When pity walks out, kindness walks in. And when you least expect it, someone may come along who doesn't see your weakness, but your spark. Sparkling heart, if this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more kindness stories that restore faith in humanity.